All right, let's record a review video. So first, we have got two tugboats. I'll be doing my work over here on this calculator so you can follow along with me. Two tugboats are 120 feet apart. So there's our 120 feet. They are pulled as shown. The length of one cable is 212 over here. Another one is 230. Find the angle formed between the two cables. So that would be this angle right here. So let's start giving some names. I'm going to call this point A, this point B, and this point C. So I've got angle A, angle B, angle C, and I've also got sides A, B, and C. So side A is 120 feet, side B is 230 because it's across from angle B, and side C is 212 because it's across from angle C. All right, so I want angle A, and since I have no angle side pair, that means we do what? No angle side pair means we use the law of cosines. Let's go use the law of cosines. So since I want angle A, the version of the law of cosines I'm going to use is going to have the cosine of A over here, and on the other side it's going to have A squared. So that's going to be A squared is B squared plus C squared, our typical Pythagorean theorem, and then we're going to have a little correction factor, minus 2BC cosine A. You will be given these formulas on the test. So if this is 120 squared, this is 230 squared plus 212 squared minus 230, 212 cosine of A. Now the only thing I have to left to solve for is A. That's the only unknown in that equation. So I take 120 and squared on my calculator on the left, get 14,400. I take 230 and square it, and I get 52,900. Take 212 and square it, and I get 44,944. Minus, I take 2 times 230 times 212. I get 97,520 times the cosine of A. So there's that A. So now the way I need you to see this is just a number is equal to a number plus another number minus one big chunk. So this is this number multiplied by cosine. The only way you can pull this number off of cosine is to do the opposite, which is divide. So I guess I have to take these two numbers and add them together. So I get 52900 plus 44,944, and I get 97,844, 14,400. So now I take 14,400 minus 97,844, and so I get negative 83,444, 7520 cosine of A. So then again, when I subtract this from both sides, I get negative 97,520 times the cosine of A is equal to this. So now I simply divide both sides by, so I take my last answer, second answer, take my answer, I divide it by negative 97,520, and I get about 0.855, and there's some more digits. So then to find out what A is, I just take the cosine inverse of my last answer in the calculator. So I do second, which is here, cosine, so that gives me cosine inverse. I do second, which is here, and then answer. And so cosine inverse of my answer is approximately 0.5439, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think we'll see that that means that I am in radians, unfortunately. So to get that into degrees, I'm going to have to multiply that by 180 divided by pi. 80 divided by, where's my pi? 180 divided by pi. So that should be 31.16. So in other words, 31 point, that's fine, 17 degrees is what A is approximately. Right. Again, if you had your calculator in degrees, you wouldn't have to do that last step I did. You would just go from right here to right here. Make sure your calculator's in degree mode before you begin working. All right, we found the angle. So now we need to answer their question. Angle formed by the two cables is, and our answer was 31.17 degrees. 31.17 degrees. You are not done answering the question until you answer the question in a complete sentence. Great work. Let me clear out my calculator and we'll go again. So now, distance between two ships. Pilot measures the angle of depression to two ships to be 40 degrees. So here's the 40 degrees. And then the other one is 52 degrees. So I'll make this one green. Here's the 52 degrees. If the pilot is flying at an elevation of 3,500 feet, that means he's straight, or she is straight above the ground at, or above the water, 35,000 feet. Then what I can do is, I can just say that this is 35,000 feet, and also this is 35,000 feet. So here is my first triangle that I can draw. So that triangle right there has the bigger angle of 52 degrees, and it has 35,000 feet over here. And then our big old red triangle here, the much bigger red triangle, still has 35,000 feet over here, but then the angle up here is 40 degrees. And it should be pretty clear if I take this long one in red minus this short one in blue, I can find the distance between the two boats. That would be the distance between them. Okay?
Oh, wait, what do I need to do?
Okay. So, if this is straight across, so if that's this, and this is this, right? So let's see. Oh, this may be a really simple one. It may be a case of just, let's see. Oh man, this is not a law of sines or a law of cosines. So I'm going to stop.